The following video contains spoilers. We suggest watching the episodes alone in the dark. Hey, Wolfpack! You know what time it is? Pokemon Month! And that's why Deoxys is the greatest Pokemon of the series, because he has the power to cure cancer. You know what? This is stupid. Let's just do Twilight Zone month.
You're traveling to another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are only that of the imagination. You're entering the Twilight Zone.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Well, your grumpy old internet kitty, Catastrophe, is back with some more short hot takes on some good old-fashioned Twilight Zone classics. But this time, we're starting off with a true horror story instead of the usual sci-fi stuff. In this episode, Batman gets captured in a VR world by the Mad Hatter. Oh, wait, wrong story. Not this time, Dark Knight.
Then I'll see you in your nightmares.
In the Twilight Zone version of this tale, we follow a man with a severe heart condition named Edward Hall, who has been having frequent nightmares where he's in danger, causing him to believe that if he dies in his dreams, then he'll die in real life. Why yes, this tale did inspire A Nightmare on Elm Street. Cool, right? However, instead of a scary boogeyman haunting Edward, we actually unlock my dreams of a story featuring a sexy Catwoman. Alright, we found a Twilight Zone episode with sexy Catwomen. Sadly, our sensual Catwoman is less of an ideal dream girl and more so a scary cat girl who is forcing Edward to confront his deepest, darkest fears. A lot of folks claim that Scary Cat Girl is the villain of the episode, but I honestly don't fully agree with that. The Scary Cat Girl does act all kinds of ominous throughout the plot, but it's never quite confirmed that she's evil. The Cat Girl says she wants Edward to confront his fears, but the writing keeps it ambiguous if she is trying to murder him by scaring him to death, or if she is actually a creepy good guy attempting to help Mr. Hall overcome his night terrors, by showing him that there's nothing really to be afraid of. I like that the Scary Cat Girl could go in either direction, since it adds those extra layers to an otherwise interesting adventure. Edward spends a large portion of the story telling his therapist of his dreams, and how he thinks they'll trigger his heart condition, which'll one day kill him. While he exposits his backstory, we get some super trippy visuals showing us Edward's bad dreams, and near-death experiences in fantastic detail. I absolutely love the style the Nightmare World is shown in, since it truly feels as if we're in a dream, and the show gets to dive into some unsettling concepts.
Are you the dreamer or merely part of someone's dream?
The Nightmare World is easily the best part of the entire story, since they will make sure you remember this place. Edward Hall is forced into some scary situations thanks to Scary Cat Girl, but the episode suggests that he either has to toughen up and take his fears head on, or run away in terror like a coward, which will inevitably lead to his downfall. A great message on a fight or flight response to your problems. Eventually, Edward caves into his fears and ultimately dies, with some weird Wizard of Oz type of ending that really doesn't make a lick of sense no matter how hard you think about it. But the twist is a nice one. It turns out that this whole time, Edward was never really talking to his therapist at all, since he fell asleep the moment he rested his eyes in the waiting room, and was suffering a nightmare the entire time. Yep, this episode started the whole "it was all just a dream" ending. But unlike most stories, this had the balls to kill off the protagonist anyway. I guess he should have gone to a medical doctor about his heart failures and not a therapist. Now, I won't lie, the vague ending kind of hinders this story a bit, since it is kind of confusing and doesn't explain everything all that well. Some might not understand it, especially thanks to the weird twist that the therapist's secretary looks similar to sexy Catgirl. Yeah, this episode is pretty odd. Luckily, I can safely say that this tale is overall a great episode. Perchance to Dream is a psychological mind-screw horror that delves into the meaning of our nightmares, as well as show you the consequences of hiding from your fears rather than overcoming them. A typical lesson one could only find in the Twilight Zone. So, I grant this trip a gold skull, and would highly recommend it if you want to see a Twilight Zone tale that lives up to the definition of nightmare fuel.
How do you know my name?
Oh, I know a lot of things. I'm Maya. Don't be afraid.
The Twilight Zone.